Prepare to attack the enemy's control points.
Get behind me, Doctor!
I am fully charged!
You are listening to Control Point, a Team Fortress 2 podcast with Brent Copeland, Eric Fullerton, Wes Wilson, and Spencer Williams.
Control Point, episode 22, recorded on March 15th, 2008. I'm Brent Copeland.
I'm Eric Fullerton.
I'm Wes Wilson.
I'm Carl.
I'm Neko.
We've got some guests today.
We do.
And we're doing this live from OmegaCon in exciting Birmingham Patch, Alabama.
Yes, we are in this great, huge ballroom now that is now our new studio for the time being. And we have Neko, who's driven all the way from Baghdad, right? And we have ClydeFrog here, who's driven all the way from Australia, a very long drive.
Right.
Say hello, peoples.
Hello, peoples.
Hi, people. How you doing? Oh, wait. How does a guy from wherever you told me I'm from talks?
I am not knowing.
I'm not knowing.
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm supposed to talk from Baghdad.
Thank you. Coming in.
So,
Wankers.
Neko and ClydeFrog have been longtime listeners, correct?
Oh, yes.
And how long have you been listening to the show, by the way?
I think since episode 4.
I'm completely unaware when I first started. I'm aware of a lot
It's a
of things,
haze.
though.
Really? You don't remember when you started listening to us?
I remember the first day I started listening to the podcast.
I do too. I remember us doing the first podcast and going
The first two.
I know, but the first one we're like, what are we going to talk about? Nothing. We're just going to say we're going to do a podcast. Okay.
I was so disappointed it was a 5-minute podcast. Is this podcast?
That's true.
It's going to be a short one. Well, we learned with our old podcast that if you start off with a podcast about stuff that happens that week, people will pick it up and listen to it for the first time and be like, wow, this is way out of dated, and this just doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really fit with the culture at the time.
Yeah, so we did a little
true.
introductory one.
That was actually pretty good. It was good then.
No, you already said you didn't like it. You can't change your mind now.
Oh, you bastard.
I switched.
So,
It's the multiple personality.
Brent, you want to talk about your week?
No.
Why not?
Do we have a briefcase, by the way?
Yeah, I think we start with a briefcase.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we
a
do.
briefcase. What happened to it?
Well, since we're at con, none of us actually brought a briefcase. So really it's up to Neko or ClydeFrog to supply the briefcase.
Should I go get it?
I think we might get one.
Yeah?
I'm terrified.
See if you can get one from that stormtrooper.
The stormtrooper?
Yeah.
I
You should
had
probably
to-
burn him.
Yeah, I should. Let me go get
Melt him.
my pyro mask I found here at the con, and I'll go kill him real fast. Get the intelligence and come back with it. How's that sound?
Do it.
All right. I'm going. I'm leaving.
Oh, she's running.
I'm going to leave. I'm like, see?
In 5 minutes, she's going to
Wow,
walk out
she's
here.
running really fast. I can hear her footsteps and everything. So it must be legitimate.
If you still see her on the camera, that's because of the delay.
Yeah.
So on the live feed, they're picking on me because I forgot about the briefcase.
Hurry,
Wow.
hurry. I found him.
You didn't think I'd do
got
this
it?
I kill
every
him.
week
Okay.
for the last 3 months.
Hey, it's a different show.
All right, I think he's dead.
Hey,
Whoa,
it's the
there it is.
briefcase. Wow, that's a big briefcase. And it's got lights and flashy bits. and-
Holy moly.
It's amazing.
wow, it's like
Why-
a real briefcase.
Why don't we
Nice.
give the briefcase to Wes and let him
I
open
think the
it?
stormtrooper said it was for him.
Yeah.
I'm truly terrified.
You know,
trying to
moments
open this
before
thing.
dying.
Yeah, I think you should open it.
It says it's got a button on it. Should I push it?
I think you should
it.
push it.
Push the button.
Hey, that's pretty cool. It talks to me and everything. So I'm supposed to open this thing.
Yeah, open it.
I'm really scared. I bet there's like spring-loaded things in here.
I bet you're right.
Hey, wow, there's blue intelligence in here. So the blue intelligence is in the red intelligence. What's in the blue intelligence? I don't know. It's a big box of nerds. It's a rainbow of colors. Look at that. It's beautiful.
An explosion.
And there's a really gorgeous picture of the four of us, and I have unicorns and a sparkle motion shirt, and Eric has a nail through his head, and Devil Turnip is on a turnip, and Chaos looks like he's being
fractal.
eaten by the Wrath in Stargate Atlantis.
I am actually
It's called Wraith.
I'm actually showing it to him right now.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Hey, that's cool.
It is a very cool picture. Other than that, in this briefcase,
Lots of
we're at a con. We're at OmegaCon.
Really?
And that's in here. And then additionally, we are gonna talk.
Really?
Cool.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we're going to talk about stuff.
Sweet.
It's gonna. We've got a big plan ahead of us.
Stuff and nonsense.
We've got it slated out very cleanly and solidly.
Is this like an intervention?
I don't know. I don't know what this is.
Kind of sounds like one.
I've been busy all day. My son's first birthday was today,
Oh yeah.
and we had his first birthday party.
There's some duck cake over here.
I did. My wife made a beautiful cake in the shape of a rubber duck, and it has been eaten and brought here, and it is delicious. And
in 5 minutes you'll see it in the camera.
One day. Oh, there it is. Finally.
in 5 minutes.
No, I know it looks like a zygote, but
looks like looks like
Yummy
GLaDOS.
zygote.
GLaDOS
How
with
did
jaundice.
zygotes come into these?
look at the picture.
I can't. I'm not
Okay,
getting
never
anything.
mind.
You understand? I'm still looking at the intelligence on my screen.
Oh, my.
That's crazy. I'm looking at the server monitor and I'm seeing it.
Really?
Yeah. It may be because you're getting even worse, like going out, coming back
Could
in,
be.
back in.
I'm going to reload.
So, does this episode have any meat to it? Let's add meat. Just add
Add
meat.
some meat.
More meat. Spam.
So we're at this convention, and there's lots of nerds walking around, and we are, of course, nerds just adding to the bunch here.
And I've been eating a lot of nerds, too, you know.
Yes, we had two booths, kind of, well, one big booth, two booths kind of side by side, one Dead Workers and one TF2. One kind of sad thing, I guess I'll go ahead and get this out of the way. One kind of sad thing about today is that the fact that TF2 was going to be played in kind of a tournament style in the gaming area of the convention, and we got up there at 5 o'clock, which that was the schedule, and it turns out that they don't have TF2. All they have is UT and what was the other one? Call of Duty 4.
You said duty.
So there's no actual TF2 playing here. So luckily Brent brought his laptop, and He's
the only one in Alabama playing.
yeah.
Yeah, I was not really happy about that.
Poor thing.
And we went around the con asking a lot of people if they played TF2 and trying to, get down to business and see, what people's favorite classes are, talk about maps and stuff. Well, about 95% of the people at this convention have not played TF2. They are too busy playing either Guitar Hero, Call of Duty is a big one. WoW.
For a large.
See, we multitask.
Yeah, people
yeah.
playing Civ.
do.
We
still.
play all those things
Yeah.
and TF2. I
Yeah.
don't understand why they're so weak in moral character.
Yeah. So
What
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
They're too busy LARPing.
Yeah, they are.
Oh yeah, and there were some LARPers here. We were confronted by a huge gaggle of LARPers.
They were ninja LARPers.
And yeah, and we asked them, "Hey, you guys play video games?" "Oh yeah, cool. You play TF2?" No, we play RTSs." "Well, that's cool. Have you heard of TF2?" Yeah. "Well, what do you guys do?" "Well, we LARP." "Wow, you still do that?" I was like, "Well, I haven't LARPed since high school, and that was Vampire the Masquerade." They're like, "Yeah, man, we got a vamp game going. You want in?" I'm like, "Are you serious? You actually have a vamp game going?" And sure enough, the next night we saw them. We saw two people in heated discussion yelling at each other, and suddenly they pause, and they both throw their hands up in the air and they start discussing stats, and then they put their hands back down and then continue yelling at each other. It was really kind of frightening.
Yeah.
I just got a network virus.
Is that the new sign for OOC? Is that what that means?
Might be. I think.
Smooth
I think.
Hey, I just got a network virus. Anybody got a napkin, by the way?
Uh-oh.
You just got a network virus?
No. I have a hat.
Are you serious, or does it?
Yes, I'm dead serious.
What happened?
We've got two problems. The first problem is that there's beer all over his keyboard.
that was the
I can't get on the
virus.
keys, so we're good there.
The second problem, are you serious about the virus? Because
I got a pop-up.
That thing's been popping up all day. I don't know if it's the network or what.
Yeah.
The thing that says you're getting a network virus.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad someone told me.
Congratulations.
So other than the convention and Vamp
I'm
LARPing,
gonna
we
have to clean
have
this laptop off when I'm done.
we have a beer being spilt in laptops. We have network viruses, pop-ups.
And we haven't even started off with the Jim Beam shots yet.
This is true.
I mean,
Yet.
this is, you know,
There's shots going on.
Oh yeah,
there will be shots of consequences.
in anguish.
Headshots. So anyway, con's been pretty cool so far, and it's a pretty small con. The next one we go to is of course going to be Wes's Con, Play On Con.
Yes, Play On Con, July 4th weekend, also in Birmingham, Alabama. About I don't know, 4 or 5 miles from here,
Cool, very cool,
in a much less inexpensive hotel.
cool.
Much less inexpensive.
Yes, much
Much
sorry,
more less.
much
Seriously,
more.
truly unexpensive.
Is there going to
That's
be?
expensive.
Will there be people that play TF2 there?
I don't know. Now, we're not going to have the room that this con does. We're not going to have the ability to have big computer setups and all that good stuff. So I don't really know how it's going to work out. But in the short run, if you bring your laptop and want to play TF2, I'll cheer you on.
Cool.
Could I
Sounds
bring
good.
my computer and kick everyone's ass?
Do it.
All right, I will. You're going down.
So let's start off with let's move into our status for the week. Clyde, what did you do this week?
Well, got to ban a couple people. That was fun.
Oh,
A bunch of
Were they
idiots
being
on
naughty?
server 1. Not being real nice with their sprays and their comments and their pedophile type comments.
Yikes.
So,
banning is one of those things that you don't even want to step into it, but once it's
Yeah.
done, you feel very accomplished.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it was like about 12 o'clock midnight, and I was like, well, I need to get some sleep. And then Rasputin messaged me, like, yeah, you going to play some? Like, yeah, I'll jump on for a minute. And hour and a half later, after modding for a while and playing a little bit, I went to bed. And
So banning has all kinds of different levels. Did you ban them for live for 5 minutes?
I banned
or what?
one of them for a week, which I probably should have banned him for life. And then the other I banned for life after he started cussing me out because I banned the other guy.
That's always delightful when there are friends
Yeah.
on.
It's our friends
Yeah.
at the HSL.
HSL?
Yeah, they're constantly bugging us.
Oh.
So.
Boo.
And they're good friends of ours.
That's hue, saturation, and lightness in the video industry, by the way.
Yeah,
HSL. But
We send them in to
In the
test the
TF2 community,
moderators.
it's crap.
Oh, wow. We just made more friends.
Yay.
I'm
Don't
sure
blame,
they won't come to the server now and mess with us.
don't blame the podcast bot.
yeah, blame Willy Nilly.
Willy-nilly.
Just sneak you around and put Clyde on your friends list and follow him around wherever he plays.
I will not accept.
or Willy Nilly's cousin, Dilly Dally.
I hate that guy.
Yeah.
He's a wanker.
I like him.
And don't forget his great nephew, Piddle Niddle.
What did you do?
I don't know what that is.
Piddly niddly.
You got to talk into the mic like this.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Do it, like you mean it.
Rock on!
Go there.
Okay. So is that your week, Clyde?
Pretty much. I played. Yeah, I can't remember. It's been a whole week ago.
God. See, now it's hard, isn't it?
It is.
You're
It
like,
is.
well, what did I do this week? That's why we take notes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't normally take notes on my
Notes are for the week.
Well, we played Wednesday. Actually, we played Wednesday. We had a clan match and played on Turbine against. I guess it was Deg's team. I don't think Deg was there, but
Did they crush you? Did they crush you mercilessly?
yes, but mostly Jolly. And I want to put a bounty out on Jolly. Kill him at all costs.
I can agree with that because he spies on me a lot.
He's a heck of a scout too.
And-
I
and-
have to give him props.
and-
He's
and-
a good scout.
And he does that thing where he moves around you and shoots you,
Yes.
and then you're like, oh, I'm turning towards him, and then suddenly he's not there, and you're still
Yes.
being shot.
Wes has a problem with moving
I
targets.
try to spin around. Spin around him as a pyro in the opposite direction he's strafing me,
That's a good plan. I should think of that more often. I would die less.
or I may just rage quit.
You bastards, I'm leaving.
So, Nico, how about your week?
Pretty much uneventful. I only hope that my clan did their clan match like I told them to, you lazy bastards.
Hey, I can't say stuff like that.
That was special.
Yes, you are. I love it. Keep going.
He likes it when I talk dirty to him.
Oh, goodness.
Man, I had to stop doing that.
Oh.
Talking
wait.
dirty to me? You
Yeah.
did not have to stop.
That's why you get rainbows and unicorns.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
Then I got to deal with a 7-hour drive to get down here. That was real nice.
Wow.
7 hours.
Actually, it was more than 7. It was more like
I heard 8.
8 or 9 because we got lost for an hour trying to find a hotel.
Okay, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Oh, we had storms.
You mean the big Sheraton sign next to the interstate didn't tip you off? Is that not? Was that
That's
not?
that one.
Oh,
You can see the sign. Just
We're
get
staying
into
in a
it.
different hotel.
Oh,
Don't harass
we?
the guests.
I'm going to go over there and beat
We are
Wes.
guests.
but Spencer's
We are
not
guests.
here. Somebody
He may
has to
not-
be abusive.
Be here for the rest of the episode. He's going to be a bloody polyp over in the corner somewhere. But, it's a...
And Nico's terrible at Rock Band. Click.
Which I want to bring up a point with that is that he's had Guitar Hero. He's had a chance to play.
I understand.
And I never have. Rock Band's my first game like that.
I understand.
On the few months that I've had it, I have gotten almost as good as him.
I understand.
So-
Do you accept that kind of commentary from people about TF2 playing?
No.
Exactly. But I've only had it for a week. Yep, you still suck.
You suck.
Noob. Llama.
So,
We survived the tornadoes too. So
yeah, there were some
Atlanta-
tornadoes down
Yeah,
here.
Atlanta.
Crazy.
I live outside Atlanta, and Atlanta was in state of emergency basically. So that was fun.
I had my son's birthday party was today, and about an hour after the birthday party, a pea-sized hail came down on my house in northern Alabama.
Hail,
Yeah,
and it
the
was
house
60
came down on ClydeFrog's house. So.
Yeah, we had 4-inch hail. That was fun. When my wife called and said, "Hey, you picked a great weekend to be away."
You picked a fine time to leave me, Clyde Frog. 4-inch hail is falling down in my yard.
Is this a song?
Too bad.
We're professionals. We do this for a living. Brent,
Yes.
Don't get
your
paid for
week.
My week. I actually, there was no Team Fortress 2 playing in my week this week. Getting ready for con and 3 days of my week being con. But I will tell you what I did coming to con. I blew up my car, hit another guy's car, and had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
That sounds great.
Yeah.
So you came down here and you spent a lot of money to come to a con, and then you spent extra money killing
I'll-
other cars.
I'll be here till Monday because my car's in the shop right now.
Yeah.
So.
And the Monday show is different from the Saturday show.
Yeah.
Well, it's a
It
business
is.
trip.
It's lonely.
Everybody knows that Control Point is our full-time jobs.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
You get paid for this, you know.
We're writing this off.
I mean,
Hey, can you write off auto accidents as a business expense?
I don't think so.
Unless
I think
you're
I
a
would just have to get
driver.
like dead workers insurance to pay for it, and they wouldn't be too happy about that.
Yeah, dead workers insurance. Really?
Dead workers parties insurance.
I don't think
Really?
anyone wants to insure
Well,
anyone
if
who
my
has
car's
a
not
dead
under it.
worker. They must be bad drivers.
How do you file a claim with that? I'll have to look that up.
We got.
Or you
the
can
dead
listen-
workers actually have a cell phone. You can buy a cell phone from the dead workers party.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys are cell phone vendors?
Yeah.
yeah.
You can do it,
You
too,
can
if you
listen
want.
to our Dead Workers Insurance podcast for all details.
And we started a new podcast. It will be out soon. The Arby's podcast.
That's right. That's right. We're now doing an Arby's podcast.
It's a big
It's
cast.
all things Arby's. In fact, it's going to be followed up by ArbyCon. Everyone is invited to
We're
come
working
out,
on
and
it.
I don't know what we're talking about. Okay.
Well, Brent, there's stuff here next to your name.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to say destroyed Nailhead's bathroom. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Why did you destroy Eric's bathroom?
He was remodeling.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
With poop?
Yeah, the bad choco.
Yes. Yes, I did. And that took up a whole day.
Wow.
Pooping took up a whole day.
I'm not really even sure how it got in here. I think I was drinking or something.
Is someone
I don't know.
hexing our notes, our show notes?
I don't know.
So, well, I got a virus apparently, but that's about it.
This was last edited by you, Eric.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, he did it on the night he had a couple of smokes and drinks. And
Oops.
Oh,
I don't know what is actually in the
it's-
cigarettes. I think it's its own blend.
It's always more than a couple.
It's really the Arby's.
Is it really?
It totally is the Arby's.
Do we get some of those little red hats?
Yeah.
that float over our heads.
The glowy thing.
Those
Yeah.
things defy the law of gravity.
I think I want one of those.
I don't.
Is it my turn?
Love them.
Are we done with this?
No.
Is that close enough?
I'm gonna go next.
I can't tell.
It's not upwards.
Okay,
Pyro boy.
Eric's gonna go
There we
next.
go.
Okay. Let's see. This week I've been working on the briefcase prop that lights up and it plays sounds and it's very fancy. This thing is at version 1.0 right now, and Wes is trying to hit the button right now to make it
Push the button.
We're going to be using that for a couple of video episodes and some stuff like that. And it's cool to have props like that at conventions and booths and things like that. But anyway, also other than just gearing up and getting ready for con, I've been. Let's see, I played only one night, and it was Cedar Fort. Let's see what it was called.
Cedar Fort Final.
Oh, I hate
Cedar
that
Fort
map.
Final. Yeah, I don't really like it because it's not finished, and it claims to be final. Although there is a fake med kit that I can never seem to pick up, and I'm always low in health every time I see
Is
it.
a lie.
It's so annoying.
Your healing is a lie.
It's shaped like a
It's like, oh, I'm so
Yeah.
close, and then they rip it away from you.
They do.
Oh.
And the other thing that annoys me about that map is
It's full of
the
wankers.
textures. The textures change. They. Is it just me?
No, the lighting on the level is bad.
Yeah.
So when you change your camera angle and it would normally change the lighting, the textures change.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's gimmicky. It feels very gimmicky.
I don't think it's on purpose. I think it's just poorly done.
Is it the purple
How can you get lighting wrong, man?
I mean, it seems like the textures change, or they like change colors or something. And they kind of, you know what I mean?
you
They
in
kind of
drug
change
mode?
colors. I don't know. Maybe I'm internally in drug mode, but it makes me lag out too. My frame rate goes about 1/4 of the normal.
That doesn't
speed.
make any sense.
I know, and these are all the reasons why I don't like this map. So I logged off. I'm not gonna, hey man, change it because it sucks on my computer. I just simply log off and wait until it changes, and then I come back in.
Just change it to decibel. Everybody loves decibel.
I was playing 700 ping one night. It was impressive.
700.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
7.
Were you in America at the time?
Yes.
Oh, weird.
5.
I guess Indiana is considered another country.
I guess so.
Like
Yeah.
Pavlov's
I thought you
dog
lived in
over here.
Baghdad.
Oh, yeah,
Oh no,
sorry.
Indiana,
The machine
Baghdad.
that
Right?
goes ping.
I don't know how I can't mimic that. Couldn't you have picked a continent I could at least try?
No, I actually played Cedar Fort this week, and I had a good time.
Really?
Now, the key, I think, was we didn't really bother with upstairs. Because
Oh, yeah.
the
So you
above
didn't see
ground
the sky?
stuff, well, that's the part where all the weird
Sniper
shifty
and-
stuff happens.
Right.
It's sniper hell.
Sniper and spy cam, or
yeah,
spawn cam.
it's gross. Now, if you just take a left out of your spawn and drop down through the duct, you end up
Basically, one big hallway.
It's just a big hallway, and we did all medics and heavies. Were you there for that time?
I think I might have been.
Oh man, it was so much fun, and I went medic, and because I'm working on getting my medic time up again because my engineer passed it again and it upset me. But anyway, so we were doing, it was like 4 medics and 4 heavies and a couple of pyros and a demo man, all just pushing down the hallway.
Yeah, that goes there for that.
Working on your, we'd come up on hardware and we'd have to destroy it. So, the heavy would kind of zip out and you could take a few bullets, get healed up. Oh, there's an Uber. Boom. And it was a lot of fun.
Nice.
And we had a really good time, and it was a lot of devastation.
I like how descriptive Wes is when he explains all this.
Yes, I'm moving my hands around.
His
and-
hands fly around. He goes
Jazz
into sound
hands.
effect mode. And
Yep. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew.
Less pew pew, more pew pew.
Anyway,
He just did
I-
the disco laser.
I also played Warehouse for the first time this week. I had never played Warehouse.
Wait, what?
Warehouse is the
Describe that one.
four.
That's a
it's
neat
the
map.
4 control point one, where you're trying to get. I guess you just got to get all 4 of them,
I think
right?
so, yeah.
And it's heavy death with lots of platforms running all over the
I
place.
love that one.
Yeah, that's a neat
okay,
map.
I know what you're talking about, and I love it for putting sentries sentry placement in that one is so fun because there's so many angles and hallways
There's
and
all kinds
cool
of little
stuff.
weird places to put stuff.
I like that map.
It's good for snipers too, but it's also good for those that don't want to be sniped.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cover.
Yes, you don't have to. I mean, unless you're specific, unless you're stupid, you won't get sniped in the same place twice. Because there's different ways to go all the time.
It's a fast map too.
It is. It's a
real
quick
fast.
play and it's a good time. And actually, I was playing on that one and I got an Uber, and I came upon a couple of people, and I've been playing a lot of Shadow Medic lately because I don't know, especially on that map, you're not around people for very long. There's lots of death and destruction, and everybody gets blown up, and then you're all alone. So I go Shadow Medic, and I pull out my syringe gun, and well, all of a sudden I had an Uber built up, and I turned around the corner, and there were two people there, and I activated it, and there was a scout there, and so I Ubered the scout, and the scout had a pyro backed into the corner and his bat out. And so he just kept running forward going ding, ding, ding.
That's probably Jolly against me.
And he bonked the pyro to death, and it was glorious.
Oh, poor thing.
It was a nice, it was, I rarely
Death
Uber
by
scouts.
bonk.
He's just sitting there in the corner. Like,
Death by bonk.
and you killed him.
I also have learned very easily that as soon as I start saying the words "I have an Uber," I will get stabbed in the back by a spy.
I noticed that. I was playing with you one night, and you kept saying it, and then I remember Jolly was like, "Dude, don't say that. Don't say that anymore."
Is that like
You're
no
killing
medic
yourself.
ever says it anymore? Like, I'm like, why did you just Uber me without saying anything? I just unloaded my 4th rocket.
Yeah. Well, that's just it. I mean, I'm trying to be like, hey, let's move, are you ready? Let's go forward. But I'm not, and it's not, I'm not even finishing the sentence. They don't know what but it was so funny because Cardinal heard this, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, hey, I've got an and my mic went out.
Nice. Like, what was he going to say? Umbrella? Or what?
I love when I get Ubered as a soldier because it's like, okay, what am I going to do? I usually just pull out the shovel and try to kill somebody with a shovel because the rockets are just too slow.
You are completely useless.
Yes.
But it was kind of funny because we were playing Cedar Fort, and I'd get the Uber built up, and there wouldn't be around a heavy. It would be me and maybe a pyro or something. And what I decided to eventually do was just turn around and run. As soon as I got the Uber, I turned around and ran
Shields
back to
up.
base and hid.
Pirates are actually really good to Uber. They're even better than that.
But for some reason, in this particular case, it wasn't a good option. I do Uber pyros a lot.
Awesome.
But in this case, it was just like, and I just turned around and ran. I've got an Uber. Oh, no.
Let's go back to the respawn and Uber a scout.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. We're getting shouted at from across the room. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, hell, he's ignoring us
I
now.
don't know. People are shouting at us. Hey, is this over here? It's just us.
Yeah. If you forgot, we're in a room at a convention, and anything can happen here.
Yes.
And then people started dying.
I didn't sign up for that part of the con. Is that part of the LARPing?
I don't know.
No, that's part of the me killing.
But he's got a very large Sephiroth style sword.
To LARP with a sling blade.
Some people call it a Kaiser blade. Okay, so that was my week.
That was your week?
Yep,
Okay.
it was very exciting. I had a
like
good
it.
week.
It's a good week.
It's the best.
On the loudspeaker.
On the loudspeaker, let's start with, let's see here. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. Okay. I actually discovered something on my own here that's really exciting. It excites me. It's probably something stupid that everybody already knows about, but whatever.
Life on Mars.
This is what I discovered this week.
Is this the Sentry's user manual?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows about it.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's been on the forums for a long time.
Really?
Yes.
That's
Media
lame.
told us about
Thank
it.
you,
I think.
Why don't you
I
tell us
missed
about
that
it?
thread.
We've never talked about it on the air, so why don't
Okay.
you go ahead and discuss it?
Okay.
Sorry, Eric.
Didn't Mojo
He just
post it?
Apparently-
burst his bubble.
Apparently not having, been told about this or read it on a thread or anything like that, I was messing around with shortcuts to non-Steam games that you can do, like Photoshop and stuff like that, right? And I was right-clicking to see what kinds of different options you can do with each link or game. And I discovered some games had user manuals. And you could right-click and say, View Player Manual. Well, on some, it's missing, and on some, there is one. And if you right-click on Team Fortress 2, you'll see View Player Manual, and then you click on it, and it opens up a PDF file, which is the user's manual for the Sentry gun. And it's hilarious because the entire thing is one big, I don't know, what would you say? It's not
User
really a
manual.
parody.
User
It's just
manual for the Sentry gun.
It's obviously fake, but I mean, it's just all
Upgrading
comedy.
the Sentry is just pretty much whacking it with the wrench. And even
Yeah, and it's filled with these great one-liners and like marketing slogans and stuff, and it's so good. It's really good.
I have not read it yet.
Yeah.
I've seen that I need to look at it though.
Yeah, really good. So there you go. Do that. Just right-click it, hit View Manual.
And enjoy.
And
And
enjoy.
hey, Brent's kind of zoning out. Why don't we ask him about this next bit?
Okay.
This next bit is awesome. This is
Something that
this is
everybody
like the coolest thing I've
knows.
seen in so long. It's it's hard to describe. It's so awesome. It's the new Steam client update that was released.
Isn't that exciting?
It's incredible.
I knew that you were really concerned about that. I'm glad you finally flipped over to the Google Doc. You have figured out what
It
we're
was that
talking.
obvious?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You remember me saying that Brent did the clicky?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Are you clicking over there? Can I interject real quick? Mint Condition in the chat room just said, in other news, as a spy, you can cloak. Well, I think he's making fun of me, but anyway, let's
I can't.
continue.
I need the spy user manual.
Go ahead, Brent.
Oh, it is a patch. Nothing but big in it. We can move on.
I thought you were excited about it, though, man.
I just read.
You gave us such an intro, such anticipation, and then you just knocked us down.
I lied.
The Brent is alive.
On a really humorous note, earlier Clyde saw this guy walking by, and he had on the W, the president shirt. Which I mean, I am about it. I am anti-radical on both ends. I'm like anti-far right wing, anti-far left wing, and so so he's like, hey, look at this, and I look over and I'm like, hi, great shirt.
See, the thing is, we saw him earlier today too, and we said, and we pointed at his shirt, and he was just like, "What do these people want from me?"
Yeah.
Quit looking. Quit staring
You're
at
at
me.
a con. You're supposed to be stared at.
Okay,
That's true, though.
it is true.
He just didn't expect for his
No.
costume to be as important as other
t-shirts.
people with like the big stormtrooper helmets and big tentacles flying around.
What the hell
and
is
he's
an
got a double
tentacle?
tentacles.
And tentacles.
I like that new word.
Y'all have never heard of antentacles?
And then
Ants
he
have them.
put
They're little
his
tentacles on ants.
Tentacles.
Oh, they're
all
called
over.
antennas.
No. The
You're
ants.
thinking of an antipus.
They go like this. It's an ant man that has antentacles.
And tentacles, and it's also an antipus.
It's really fun.
perfectly good white boy.
He loves that map. He's been pulling it all weekend long.
The best part is with having this many hosts here, there's like crosstalk. Like me and Clyde are laughing about one thing, and everybody else is just talking. We're over here doing Better Off Dead quotes.
And it makes for a wonderful podcast.
I know. The beer does too. Beer helps.
I can't wait to get to the Jim Dean shots.
I know.
Yay.
I know.
I am designated driver.
Well, we're out of stuff on the loudspeaker. We should move on.
Actually, it on the loudspeaker also includes discussion as well as news.
Discussion
and
about the
I have
MegaCon.
a good topic of discussion.
Oh, I want to hear this.
This was because me and ClydeFrog were driving around today, and we were talking about keyboard configurations. And we never really talked about it on the show before, but it's interesting because a lot of people take the default of WASD keys, which are so popular with FPSs and MMOs. So I thought, well, in the early days, I would use the arrow keys with Duke Nukem and stuff like that, but and Quake. But later on, adopted that WASD only after WoW, and that's kind of that's
Really?
only,
You waited till
as in-
WoW?
Yeah, only like 3 years ago. So
Wow.
Wow is right. But anyway, after this long introduction to this discussion, ClydeFrog was saying, "Well, I don't use the WASD keys." Like,
I
what?
use mental telepathy.
why not? And then Neko was like, I don't either. So I was like, okay, we got to talk about this. So let's talk about this. And let's start with someone else. Let's start with Wes here. Do you use the default WASD?
key.
I use WASD. I have used WASD since Unreal Tournament, if I'm not mistaken, or Unreal, one of the two.
Okay.
Now, before I had done arrow keys, but once you start playing, we would have LAN parties back then, and everybody would bring their computers over, and and a lot of the higher profile FPS players would use WASD. And so and then once you saw them doing it with the mouse and like that, and them able to reach the number keys and things like that, it became patently apparent that was the most efficient way to play a first-person shooter.
Right.
And so I started to doing it back in Unreal Tournament days.
Okay.
And it's stuck with me ever since. My wife, when we started playing WoW, she would run by holding down both the buttons.
Okay. Yeah.
That's how she went forward, was holding left and right mouse button. Yes.
Yeah,
and I'm like, honey,
Yeah,
no,
I
no,
did
no,
that too.
WASD. And she's like, huh? And it took her forever to get.
She's like
the hang
WTF.
of that.
Yeah.
WTF. man.
Oh my!
But I am WASD. I have been that way for a long time, and I can't imagine doing it any other way now.
WSD
So,
for 8 years.
let's see. Another question would be: do you change from the default? Do you change the jump? Do you change anything? I mean, you don't have to get specific, but basically, do you customize anything at all?
It is very rare for me to customize anything. There are a few keys that I will hotkey if I do not feel they're in an appropriate place. I have trouble getting over to the right-hand side of the keyboard if I'm doing WASD.
Right.
So if there's something that's on the right-hand part of the keyboard, I will move it over.
Okay.
There you go.
I don't.
I think you should ask
Brent?
Yes.
Yeah. So, do you do WASD, and if so or if not, do you customize your keys?
Yes and no.
All right.
I'm done. Next. No.
Yikes.
Yes, I use the WASD, and I've used it since Team Fortress 1, which, speaking of, I just thought of something. Mm-hmm. I'm going off subject.
That's okay.
Topic here. But speaking of Team Fortress 1, a funny little story. Or I don't know if it's funny or interesting, but anyway, it's a story. It is a story. Yesterday, when we were checking in for the registration, I saw this girl that I thought I knew, and when she turned around and saw me, I realized it was a girl from my first Team Fortress clan, just out of the blue. Like, she doesn't live in Huntsville anymore or anything, and she was just down here at this thing, and it was just kind of funny.
And that's here at the convention, right?
Yeah, at the convention.
That's actually bizarre.
Yeah,
Small world.
She played Demo Man just like you, Wes.
Really?
Yes.
Is that hard to do?
And her name was Wes Wilson. I thought that was the weirdest
very
thing.
odd.
Yeah, it was.
Was she hot like me?
She liked furry. I don't know if that's the same thing.
Kinda, yeah.
Does she wish her boyfriend was hot like me?
Wow, we're done with this segue here.
So, do I use any what? What was the second part of that question?
Do you customize your keys, or do you use defaults?
I use defaults, I think, yeah.
Okay. So,
Except for mouse 3, I changed mouse 3.
Mouse 3 would be the middle
Console.
click, right?
Yeah, the scrolly button wheel click.
Okay.
Scrolling button wheel click. What?
That's
What
the
do you-
easiest
what do
way
you-
to describe that button.
What do you change that to?
Plus SM _ jetpacks.
Nice. I use the F key for my jetpack, but anyway.
I do too.
I want to use it for
you do too.
banning.
Nice. Just middle click and boom, you're banned. So, ClydeFrog, what about you? And I know that
I'm the
you're
oddball.
You're the oddball, and so are you, Neko. But ClydeFrog, how do you move around?
I did the arrow keys back in the Doom days and Quake days, and for some reason I don't know why, but I use the left mouse and right mouse for forward and backwards, and then use the
Left mouse for forward.
well, left mouse forward, right mouse backwards. I think.
Okay.
And then move around. So all my moving's with the mouse, and then I use the control and alt for the 2 fire modes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm odd like that.
Yeah.
And then jump is space, and then if I have to map other keys, I'll
Are
map
you
other
by
keys.
chance left-handed?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
Just very odd, I guess.
That's very strange.
But it works. It works in other
Well, that's the way it
games,
used to
too.
be.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be, Control, Alt, and Spacebar were what you
Yeah,
used.
and I guess that's probably what it was.
Period
That
and
kind of
/.
I think basically what I did was move from the arrow keys to the mouse for moving, because I kept the fire the same, because that's what it was in Doom, I guess. That's what I learned on.
So how do you strafe? Do you have problems strafing?
I do not.
Oh, you don't want to tell them that
strafe.
because you don't want
strafe.
your enemies in the game to know. Oh, I have trouble strafing. Then they'll know what to do. Let's run in circles.
Well, I have noticed people have started.
I rotate as a pyro.
They attack me from the left when I'm talking to them now.
Oh,
You're the only one that got it.
It's like
That's good. No, if somebody strafes me, I just spin the opposite direction as a pyro and hope they burn them when they come around.
See, and that's what WASD is great for strafing.
Maybe that's why Jolly kills me so much.
yeah.
It could be. It could be. Or it could be that he's better than you.
No, I don't think it's that at all. You're full of hate and rage. Click.
That was a terrible Spencer impression. You got to raise your voice.
That was great. I mean,
Rage.
no need for Spencer tonight.
I'm Devil Turnip and I don't like West.
I hate that fool.
Okay, Neko, what about you?
I have to say, first off, he has probably the weirdest button combination. I have never seen someone who actually moves with the mouse, but not with the keys. That's just weird.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to tell my wife that you think she's weird.
She is weird. Now, I personally use the arrow keys, the number pad to the far right of the keyboard,
And
and
that's not
also
odd.
the keyboard. Yeah. I strafe. I don't turn.
Yeah.
That's just my up, down, obviously, but my left and right are strafe, so I never turn. I turn with the mouse,
Yes.
which is set up to like 200% sensitivity, because I wouldn't like this run on a dime.
Oh, so you change the sensitivity.
Yeah.
I predict much strafe killing on Neko and ClydeFrog.
Oh, no.
I actually get very frustrated if I change my mouse sensitivity. If I can move the camera too fast, I find it very difficult.
Well, I can understand it because, a lot of times you have trouble looking at the screen, but
Yeah.
I am so used to it. My screen is so gigantic, I need a high mouse speed to move around the screen.
Gotcha.
So, that's...
And I'm old, too.
You are old. It's hard to pay attention for people like you. I can understand your situation. So, I fire with my left and right. My use key is the button click. My previous weapon's one of the number pads.
No beating on the table.
Oh, sorry.
They go straight into the mic.
I know. Neko keeps hitting
we've
the
already
table with
got
their
yelled
elbow
about it.
and stuff. And
We're all sensitive
We're
because we got yelled about the
Never touch
knocks
the
and
table.
bumps and clicks last week.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Stop it!
We're not playing Rock Band. You're not doing singing into the Rock Band thing.
That sounds good.
Sounds like
I'm
a
doing some
bone saw.
bluegrass over
You're
here.
playing the washboard. Down, 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 down. Boom, 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 boom.
Down by the river on the greasy breeze, and we went
Doom, 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 doom.
All right, that's good.
and we found us.
I was kind of liking that.
OmegaCon is great.
Don't make me kill you.
So,
I'm glad we're staying on track.
yeah.
I just feel like Ferris Bueller when he pulls out the clarinets. Never had one lesson.
You feel like it or look like it?
All of the above. Did I just blow your mind?
Oh my god!
I am so creeped out right now.
You should
Be glad you're on that side of the table.
Hey, people in the chat room were saying they actually like that song. Asriel says, I was actually digging that. And then Gen
Good.
says,
Speaking of digging, can we?
The king of the
You
segue.
bastard!
I like where your mind is going.
I don't.
So, like,
You have to sign up to the god. No, sorry. You have to sign up to the damn thing to actually dig. Beep.
Don't make me ban you.
so that was basically the WASD discussion, right?
Yeah.
I have
How'd
another.
it go?
Yeah,
What about you?
it's over.
Did you cover what you do, Eric?
Oh, well, I keep defaults now. I have a G15 keyboard and I map macros to that. So
he's got everything mapped to A. It's crazy how it works.
You need to map everything to W.
back before WASD, I would map the keys differently every time I played a different
that was
FPS. But now I keep the defaults, and I find that I can circle strafe left or right very easily using WASD.
Wasty.
Which is very nice because I can just jump on someone else's computer and just start playing right away. I don't have to deal with it.
Because I have to change everything.
Hey, y'all know that Unicycle Jester got a new car today?
Cool.
Does anyone really care?
It's really, really great.
I know I don't care.
It's a good thing we have this
General Lee?
Am I heartless that I don't care? Does it make me a bad person?
It was a 2003 Jetta.
I just don't care.
Hey, that was like an Uncle Jesse reference, wasn't it? I just got that. That was pretty funny.
How wooed.
Oh, dear.
Another quick little discussion here, or maybe we can keep this one quick. Maybe not. I don't know. Since we're at a convention, I thought maybe we could do a rundown real quick of your. Well, what do you think about this convention? Because I know it's your first convention, ClydeFrog. And
never been to a convention before?
This is the first one.
Oh.
Us hosts have been to conventions year after year. We're old con nerds, but you guys, this is your first one. So what do you think so far?
It's a whole box of weird.
Yeah.
You have yet
cool.
to
like
even
it.
scratch the surface too. I've got to tell you, I've been around the weird.
I've
you,
seen
sir, have not seen weird.
Yeah, I really haven't seen much weird this weekend.
I've seen the pictures of Spencer's cons from past cons.
Oh, yeah?
and that's just a sampling, I'm sure.
Man, and that's. I wish he'd put some pants on in those.
Yeah, it was frightening.
It's terrible.
Man.
He was
my next
busy
spray.
furry LARPing.
You know,
I know.
That kind of reminds me of the Frapper map. You know, the image of the Spartan.
Oh, that was bad.
Oh, somebody
Is there something wrong on the
Somebody
Frapper
in
map?
China has a very scary Frapper
Really?
map icon.
I never made it to China. I watched it for a while though. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's
Well, that
cool.
thing reaches to China, that's for sure.
That's it's very bad.
Water's deep too.
I don't see anything bad anymore.
That's bad.
Getting back onto some sort of a track here, ClydeFrog, I know you got a autograph today from
got
someone,
Richard Hatch's autograph from my wife.
and he played on.
He was on the
Survivor
original.
first
No,
day
not
here.
the Survivor guy. He's in jail. No, he was. Oh gosh, I don't know.
He was Apollo. Apollo on the original
On the
Battlestar
original,
Galactica, and
He's
is
actually on the new one too.
Yeah, he's playing a prisoner, a political prisoner in the new Battlestar Galactica.
He said he was president, and now he's vice president.
Yeah.
He is.
'Cause he's-
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
really a really nice guy, very down to earth.
I saw him speak at DragonCon. He's really
Very
articulate.
nice.
He's funny,
Yeah.
and actually, he's coming out with a game. We're actually trying to get him to come to Play on Con, actually, because he's
cool.
promoting a game that he is developing, and we're trying to get his company to run his game at our con.
Oh, cool. Mm-hmm. But yeah, my wife was in love with him, so I got her a picture.
Nico, have you been to cons?
No, it's my first one.
Really?
It's actually quite small. I was expecting something a little bigger.
That was my reaction too.
This is the first year for OmegaCon. It is their they planned on a very, very big event. They've got a big hotel, so they were preparing to be overpopulated. So a lot of times we're not going to see some people just because they got so much space for everything.
It seems like it's spread out a lot.
But from what I've seen so far, it seems like a neat place.
Yep.
Yeah,
And I ain't got a damn thing.
it's definitely an
Well,
experience.
I have my badge,
Badges
There
are
are no more
good.
nerds.
Badges are good.
which broke.
Your badge broke?
Yeah, I fixed it, but it pissed me off.
They're not laminated.
No, they're not fancy like
Yeah.
this.
You know.
And you
I
know,
got laminated because
to put in perspective,
They ran out, so they had to use some paper ones for a bit.
this convention, it takes about 10 minutes to stand in line and get a badge, whereas there were actual 6-hour waits to get a badge at DragonCon. Wow. So
DragonCon
you
has
could watch 3 feature-length movies in line on your iPod or PSP while you wait, and people do that.
Yeah,
Wow.
imagine a room bigger than this with a winding line all the way back and forth.
It's called
Oh,
an
it's
airport.
about 3 times. It's about 3 times as big as this room.
Yeah.
DragonCon has about 30,000 people at it in downtown Atlanta.
You know how easy it is to take one of those badges, photocopy it, and print one out for yourself?
And welcome to
Yeah.
the Dragon Con podcast. But
I'm interested
we're here to
to
talk about OmegaCon.
I know. I'm interested to see what the parties are like. I wonder if they've got any parties going on tonight.
Probably.
I
we
hope
were
so.
invited to one last night, but we didn't get
Yeah,
a chance to go.
there is a party tonight. It's a cross between what was it? It's called Timegate, right? It's cross between
Stargate
Stargate
and Doctor
yeah.
Who.
and Doctor Who.
Well,
Yeah,
I
It's
think I
called
know those
Timegate.
guys. I think I know those guys.
Yeah,
Well, they have a
I've
party.
got their room number. They gave me a room number for their room party.
Good. We're gonna go.
Are you sure it was for the party?
Rough it up.
I hope so.
Let's
You
go
left
crash
your
it.
wife at home, hot guy.
Come to my TARDIS.
Oh, that don't sound right.
They were intrigued by the TF2 LARPing we were discussing.
Get behind me, Doctor.
I want to be the spy. I do the stabbing. Anyway,
Get behind me!
And yet, I'm not allowed to
mind.
curse. I see how that is.
Innuendo.
innuendo is always better. Exactly.
Time to rage quit.
Okay.
Going.
Do we want to go over these listener contributions?
Sure.
Listener contributions. Listener contributions. Listener contributions.
Dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
There's only two.
Is that how it goes? Yeah.
was great.
Was that awesome?
Remember this?
On March 10th, there was a server update and a patch, client patch.
Didn't you already talk about that?
I'm really excited about it.
How many beers have you had?
So am I.
Just patchy too.
Okay. Have you had dinner?
I thought we were gonna have a shot.
All the beer bottles
I could make us some shots. I do have Jim Beam sitting here.
And
No, I
he-
didn't have dinner.
He lost
Really?
a couple
I'm
of his
hungry.
beers.
But I'm always
hungry, too.
hungry, so it doesn't matter.
Let's get some dinner.
Okay,
I'm
we'll be back
hungry.
after dinner. You guys just wait right there.
ClydeFrog needs food badly.
Listener contributions. Listener contributions. We are really easily entertained tonight.
Dun dun.
Well, it's
This is
beer.
We're at con.
I just hope everybody else is as easy.
I don't think they are. These people are not laughing. Nobody thinks we're funny.
Well,
Damn. Wes, strip naked.
I would. Mint got the obscure Monty Python reference. Congratulations. You win
There was an obscure money.
You win a cake.
I did. I missed it.
My hovercraft is full of eels. You want to go up to my place? Bouncy, bouncy.
I think what it is you say something funny and then 5 minutes later they laugh, but you're not looking at it anymore.
That could be a very good point. So, where are we going to go next on this
According
crazy,
to them, the whole we
wacky
left thing still
listen-
waste of
Contributions.
everyone's time?
Oh,
What contributions do you have today?
I have an idea.
Unfortunately, it is listener contributions. Dun dun.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Let's listen to the brand new Wes Wilson song by Nippy Harris.
Oh, no.
This is consider it version 2.
Version 2 of the Wes Wilson song.
West versus West versus West versus Wilson. West versus West versus West versus Wilson. West versus West versus West versus Wilson. West Wilson. West Wilson. West versus West versus West versus Wilson. West versus West versus West versus Wilson. West versus West versus West versus Wilson. West Wilson. West versus Wilson. West versus West Wilson. West Wilson. West Wilson. West Wilson. West Wilson. West Wilson. Wilson. West Wilson. Wilson. West Wilson. West Wilson. Wilson. West Wilson. Wilson. West 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 Wilson.
I want to audio surf that.
Hey, yeah, I should audio surf the Wes Wilson song.
You shouldn't.
That would be frightening.
Wow. So what do you think, Wes Wilson?
I am, man, that Wes Wilson guy, he's epic.
I don't know who he is, but he is one swell dude apparently.
Evidently. And
he's cute and
he gets really skinny when the sun goes down.
yeah.
What does that mean?
Not sure
The
what
music
that
was
means.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, but
Oh, I like it.
I knew that music from somewhere.
Right over the head.
Yeah, but
Man,
no, but I don't
Pirates
understand
and it went
the
over my head.
going small in the nighttime or
They
what.
turn
No,
into
they lose their
skeletons at
skin.
night.
But that is only
Oh,
if the moon
yeah,
shines
that's
on
true.
them.
That's
Now, if it's
that's
like a cloudy
right.
night, it's all good. But
Oh,
the
that's
moon
right.
has
We
to
can moon
shine.
you later.
Yeah. I like moons.
But if you mentioned the moon, then we thought, oh, he's a werewolf.
And they call him Clyde Moon. Wow.
Welcome to
This is terrible. We
Short
have to-
Attention Span Podcast.
We have to do something about this. This
Yeah.
podcast is terrible.
We'll edit all the bad stuff out.
We will not. I know Eric. He's going to leave all the
record
bad stuff in. He's going to
Is
take the
that-
good stuff out.
Isn't
And
that
then
great?
Tower of Babel. Tower of Babel 2.0.
So are you going to edit the entire podcast out because all of it's been kind of crappy?
Yeah,
It's
I thought it would
all
just. I would
gold.
just,
It's going to be the
I would just
intro.
speak for about 5 minutes,
And like
That's
everybody
it.
who was in the watching the video will be like, "Hey, have y'all heard the podcast? It was horrible." And then it'll never come out. And people will be like, "What are you talking
It'll be
about?"
this-
There was no podcast.
well, you know.
It's a lie.
and there's other people in the room with us too. I don't know what they
You
think
know,
about us.
people would know the podcast if we had more digs.
Yeah, there's actually.
You know, if we had more digs, then we would have.
That was a big trail to a segue.
Well, and you know, there was an issue with the digs that a lot of people didn't understand what dig was, and so we're going to tell you what dig it is. It's
No,
a
no,
dig
no.
site where.
It's not that people don't understand what the dig is, it's that you have to actually.
No, that's not
Sign
true.
up.
That's not true
You
because
did.
400 people filled out a survey.
It's
a
true.
long survey.
Well, you don't
And if
have
you're
to sign
telling me-
up for the survey. You have to sign up for.
But you gotta spend time answering
And that
50
survey's
questions.
long and
that,
fun.
It's-
that bothered me.
it's a
I would rather
horrid
fill
survey.
out the 50-page survey than sign up for the damn website.
But who nowadays
Well-
doesn't know about dig?
Well, that's just it.
The same people
we have
running
heard
like
Somebody
we have 4
emailed
by
me and said
480
they didn't
res.
know what dig was,
Dig
and so they
dug.
just never went.
Dig dug.
Even when we asked them to go, they were like, "Well, why should I go? I don't even know what it is." It's basically a news site, and the news is pushed up to the top by the things that people like that dig it, which then pushes a news story up over the next one that's digged, and if they get a lot of digs, they get seen more.
Right.
So that's really what we do at the podcast. They have a podcast section now where you can get your podcast. And if we got those 400 people who filled out the survey to dig, we would be like on the first page.
Right, and it's not that we.
And we did get like 10 last week. So
I noticed that we did get we got a whole 10. We get 700 downloads a day of our podcast, and 10 people dug us.
he's a pessimist. I'm an optimist, and I thank you, 10 people.
You know the irony.
dug
You guys rock.
Yeah,
The
me
irony
too.
is we're exactly the opposite. Brent is totally a pessimist, and I am totally an
I don't
optimist.
know what you're talking about. Because my
The glass
beer
is
bottle was
half
full.
But the thing about Dig is that it's a cheap way for us to get some publicity. And what we can do with publicity is we can turn it into more users, more donations, and a better podcast.
Better than this one? Is that even possible?
Wait.
We
What?
could certainly have better beer at this podcast.
Hey, Eric, our Arby's podcast is going to rock the world.
Yeah, RBcast. FTW. Futawa.
I'm thinking podcast.
Futawa.
Oh my God.
Con.
Where's the Oh my God song?
Oh
I
my
want to hear an
God
Oh my
con.
God song.
Oh my god,
my
con.
God.
Oh my god, con.
Oh my God, we're at the con.
Doodly doo doo doodly doo. Anyway,
You know what we forgot to talk about?
what?
You wanted to ask me and him how we learned about Control Point.
Yeah,
yes.
okay. Two guests that have traveled afar to hang out
distant lands.
with the hosts. How did you first hear about
That's right.
the podcast? Was it through
No, that
Dig?
was good. No, actually, it was not. Not through Dig at all. In fact, I hate Dig. I despise it. Why do you ask of me to do these things? I hate.
Hey, do you want
Don't
more
look at me,
ads
look
on
at Brent.
the website?
What?
You like the ads on the website? That's what it is.
Oh,
right?
I love those ads.
Ads
Ooh.
rock.
I'm gonna write a script that just when she logs in, there'll just be a whole bunch of ads.
Oh,
Nice.
shoot. Why?
Anyway,
Don't get in that fight with Mint.
So have we answered the question?
Not really.
No.
Why not? Why are we answering questions?
Because you're tweaking your nipples with pop caps.
Oh, dear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I am strangely amused by that.
Well, maybe you should ask ClydeFrog here how he heard much first.
ClydeFroggy.
I don't really remember, but I I try to listen to a lot of podcasts at work. I'm sitting in front of the computer all day, so and I got into playing the game and figured, well, it's got to be 20,000 podcasts for this game, and there was one. So I started, I think, on episode 4 or something like that. That's what I bookmarked, at least. so I always get back to that and hit home.
So when you listened to it, did you go back and listen to the?
Yeah, I started at the beginning. I went ahead and started at the beginning and just went through because I was only at 4, so I figured.
Okay.
Well, let me break in here real quick. Did both of y'all subscribe to the podcast, or do y'all just go each week and listen to the new episode and download it separately?
I just go to the website and listen to it because
Yeah,
I don't have an iPod.
That and that surprised me a lot because when we were talking about the survey, more than half of our listeners, like 66%, 56%, don't subscribe to it. They download it separately each week, which to me that just blows my mind. I'm like, well, I would never remember to do that.
Yeah.
I've got to have it subscribed, or I'm not going to listen to it.
Well, see, I'm at my desk every day, and I just like every Wednesday or whatever, it's like, check it out, see if it's up, and I just play it.
Yeah, and if you do have iTunes, you can just go up to the top of our website, and there's an iTunes little icon, and you should be able to click on that, and it should go subscribe it for you.
And the thing is, iTunes, you don't need an iPod or any kind of portable device.
Actually, I did get the last one on iTunes because I was downloading some other songs, but and so I went ahead and clicked on it.
Backpedal now.
Okay,
it's so unbecoming.
It's basically a DVR. Or a TiVo.
I set a precedence early. I need to keep up.
It's basically a TiVoing a show. It will record for you automatically, and place the MP3 on your hard drive.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people I say, hey, subscribe on iTunes. Oh no, I don't have an iPod. Dude, it doesn't have to do anything with it. It's it's a VCR that's set to record every week. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
but if you're already at your computer, that's understandable.
I don't use iTunes at work just because I got so many other things going on.
I forget to delete it. That's my problem. So I just go in there and do it myself.
Nico, did you hear about our podcast before or after you did your scout art?
You guys actually came to me. I didn't go.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was wondering if somehow
I remember y'all talking about it.
Because the first time
you saw the scout art and
she joined the community about 2 weeks later, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I did, right after, because I was like, well, it wasn't just you, but actually I had a friend who played on the Control Point server, and you guys were so nice, so friendly. I was so familiar.
Yeah.
Now I have to say, not to change subject or break in, but that's the one thing that's kept me in the community is just how pleasant it is to play with everybody instead of having to deal with Xbox.
It is.
Crap.
Yeah.
5-year-old screaming at you for being such a loser.
Yeah. So it's
Instead, you get 35-year-olds screaming at you because you're such a loser.
I can take it from a 35-year-old. But yeah, you guys have been so courteous and friendly, and I've just gone back because of that. It wasn't
brave.
so much that you mentioned the female scout. I was like, oh, well, that's really neat. I like that you guys did that, but that's not what drew me there. It was going to the server and experiencing how nice you guys are that kept me.
And back then, we played every night, too.
Yeah.
We were horribly addicted to the game, and we were playing all the time.
Yeah,
I was like that, too.
just a lot of things going on lately, it seems like.
Well,
This has been a paid
been
political
busy.
announcement for Control Point.
and thinking about it, I said I didn't play any last week, but I actually played a few matches tonight. I started seeding server 1, and it started off on sudden death, and is a medic.
I'm jealous.
So I just had the volume up real loud, so people would walk by and be like, "What is he doing over there?"
By the way, we just got a mention from Free User in the live chat. He said, "Thanks for listening to the Care Bears podcast."
Free User has been going off all night about how the podcast sucks.
I think I want to be Huggy Bear. Can I be Huggy Bear?
No, you can be Mr.
Wasn't that
Angry
someone on
Bear.
Shaft?
No, it was on Starsky and Hutch. I'm old.
The Huggy Bear podcast.
All of you people are old.
I know.
37. I'm not old.
Okay, shall we move on?
There's a question if we want to.
Yeah, we have a question from Ifrit.
Hey there, Control Point. Ifrit here. Just wanted to ask, what was your greatest moment on Team Fortress 2? Hope you remembered to push record this time. See you.
What's he talking about? Not hitting record.
Okay, a quick rundown.
I have no clue what he's talking about.
Last week, I didn't edit in a little funny thing that happened. Spencer forgot to record his side of the podcast last week. What happened was we have a redundant stream that we record through Skype. Well, halfway through the podcast, he says, "Oh, bleep, I forgot to hit record."
So bleep was spelled differently.
Yeah.
It's probably the funniest part of the podcast.
It was really hysterical.
It's definitely the funniest part that would have been in this podcast. So we should probably just edit it into this podcast.
Like right now.
And this podcast,
like I think it should be right
on
now.
the fly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh? What?
I have not been recording.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Well, I guess go ahead and hit it now.
In all the times, in 20 episodes, we have never missed a record button.
Oh man, it's
my God. Well, now it's recording.
I can't believe you. That is unbelievable. No wonder I hate you.
I can't believe. Oh God! I feel like I've been punched in my gonads.
That's hot.
I love this. If it makes you feel any better, you did make all of us laugh really hard, though. Ready?
I'm Spencer, and I forgot to record. Beep.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's a reference to that. Anyway, so the question that he asked was, what is the most memorable moment that you've had in TF2? I already know mine because I've been thinking about it for a few days.
Someone call my name.
And I've already started talking, so I'll go ahead and shoot it out. This is something that because I've already been thinking about this for like 5 days.
These rehearsed.
This is something that actually kind of reoccurs every now and then. It's very rare, and I love it when it happens, is that I'm blasted across the sky and I land onto a control point. I love when that happens. I don't know what I'm hit by. Maybe it's a sticky, maybe it's a crit rocket, I don't know. But suddenly I just fly across the screen and I'm on the cap point and I'm gaining access to it, or I'm winning the game, right?
That's like a good successful double sticky jump across a map.
Great success.
Yeah. But I love that. So that would be my most memorable and most beloved moment.
I've probably already talked about my biggest moment. It was that time we were playing Lazy Town that we talked about. It was probably about 10 podcasts ago, and it was where I was a medic and Spencer was a heavy, and we made that push onto the last point, and it was just so incredibly glorious because that particular level was so hard to win, and we captured those last 2 points so successfully. It was great. Either that or the time that Spencer was down in the sewers yelling at people and making them get in line and say, do this. That was the other memorable point.
It's Mr. Sarge.
Sarge.
Who's next?
I believe that would be you, Nico.
Me? Well, I actually have two. They're both pretty awesome. I drew a comic of the first one was I saw an engineer building a sentry and a spy came along and started sapping it, and he says, by sapping my sentry, and like the entire team comes and murders the spy. Just they all team up on the poor little thing and he's gone. And I'd say the second moment was I was hiding as a pyro and this gigantic organized team came past me and I just burned them all.
Burn, baby.
I'd say out of a group of so probably about 8, I got about 5 of them down.
One other memorable time was the time we went to that other server, me and you, and all the people were like terrified of you at the beginning, and then after a little while they started warming up and being really nice to us. Yeah,
that's cool. This was just a laugh that was scaring them.
It was so funny. People were like, "What the hell was that? What was that? What was that?" Okay, Clyde.
Yeah, it's your turn now.
There's probably a lot of them. The one I told you about earlier, it was pretty recent. I was playing Pyro, and it was on 2 Fort. It's right where the drop down from the spawn into the elbow.
Yeah.
That's not the elbow.
It's an elbow.
It's an elbow.
It's elbow-ish.
Yeah.
Elbow-y.
You're going to start getting people confused.
But you know right when you come out of the short part of the hall and there's the boxes right there before you go down to the sewers?
The elbow?
Yeah, to the elbow stairs.
Quit! You're getting him stuck on it.
I like that, the elbow stairs.
But Shine Spiked was a spy, and he had gotten up on those boxes, and I was right there kind of waiting to decide where I was going to go. And I turned and I saw him uncloak and I think he was as me, but I just see this pyro fade into existence, and so I just went blasted him.
And there is glory in killing Shine Spike.
There is. There's quite a bit. I haven't played with him lately, though.
It's like proving a verb wrong.
Yeah.
It's not an action, it's something
Making
else.
a verb in the past tense.
There's also a sniper on the Gamers with Jobs server that I dominated once, and that was glorious because he just killed me over and over again, and then I dominated him. I was like, yes, look at that.
I'm Wes Wilson. Pirates of the Caribbean theme playing in the background.
Give me a wall.
Wes Wilson, Wes Wilson.
You know, we're not all going to start singing that just because you do.
Oh.
I will. I like that song.
Will you sing with me, Eric?
I love the pirate song. Where'd this foghorn come from?
Anyway.
So what about you, Brent?
I believe it was one night I joined into a 32-player 2-fort server.
Nice.
It was.
I like the way this is starting.
And I looked up there and I was like, man, that guy has 400 kills. I'm like, he's either like super good or I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. And so 6 hours later, when I get off the computer and my hand is cramping up and like I think my finger's about to fall off, I had like 900 kills. And the score just never, went back to zero. The map would change, or maybe it never changed because it was a 32 2-fort.
Yeah,
and it was probably the most memorable experience, and it was still fun. But wow, it was painful.
You always find the ones you love.
Do you remember the first time we got on that 24/7 Dust Bowl server, the 32-man?
Oh man, I love those. Yeah.
Oh, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Playing that last cap point with 32-man. Oh,
that's painful.
Someone's asking for bunny corn. Sorry, bunny corn's important.
We don't have any bunny corn here.
Oh.
We have chocolate hearts.
We have
nerds, and we have ducky cakes.
Wes has already consumed.
Oh, you ate all the bunny corn.
Your nerds.
Wait. I
didn't eat all of it.
There's nerds. Oh, yes,
We're
nerds
out of
here.
nerds.
Come on now.
I'm okay. I got beer. I don't need nerds.
I'm eating chocolate hearts.
I need a hamburger.
Hey.
So I get to say, eat your heart out.
Here's a little joke. Why don't we rickroll these guys sitting over here?
No, I don't want to rickroll anybody.
Let's rickroll.
You know what I really want to do? I want to continue our podcast so that we don't have 2 hours of this. Too late.
I believe it's time for little Rick Astley.
I don't want to rickroll the neighbors. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's enough. And then they just say, was that Rick Astley? Did we just get rickrolled? I'm not sure.
Everybody in the room rickrolled.
Oh, I feel so sorry for you.
Like a couple of them broke out in sweats.
I did.
And they're like, did you hear it? I swear I heard it.
Only the nerds get it. No one
They're
else
looking
is.
at it.
No. Break it.
Hey,
Okay, anyway, go on.
I have a new name for a convention. You want to hear it?
OmegaCon?
Wes has a heart con.
Oh.
You like that? I don't know why things pop in my head like that. Anyway.
But thank God for the rest of us.
Wes having a heart on popping into your head in the first place.
Heart con.
Oh, sorry.
It's a
Heart con.
convention.
The
Wes
whole idea
has
of
a heart
Wes
con.
having a heart something rhyming with on.
Yeah.
Shout outs. I'd like to send a shout out to Brute Dog.
Your topic switcher.
Brute dog.
Brute Dog.
Broody doggy.
He did a fantastic donation for the servers this week.
Oh, yeah.
And we really, really, really appreciate it. Just so everyone knows, the money that you donate on the gameservers.com page goes straight to the servers. It does not come to us. And
Well,
keep
two
in
different
mind.
ones, though.
So what?
There are 2 different ones.
Okay, well, why don't you explain that to us instead of just correcting me?
Because it's more fun. And I'll let them search. It'll be a little treasure hunt for them.
Okay. Anyway, point being that keep in mind that we have 6 servers currently. 7. 7.
No,
Well,
we only have 3.
technically-
5 U.S.
We only
servers
have
and
3.
Technically.
Who are donated.
Oh.
Well, yes, but but I mean, We have a total of 7 servers under Control Point.
They can't hear sign language on there.
No.
They got the camera. They can see it.
Regardless. God.
We got 6.
Well, Wes, technically, if you say 6, the one technically got 7 because Ash Williams has a server that we use for practice.
Yes, we're and he's actually pondering making it a full CP server.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm second guessing what you meant by what you were saying. So
Yes.
you just continue. We have 6 servers.
Yes. So anytime, like, let's just pretend that you wanted to have a little private game for you and your friends, there's a server we have you can probably get on that's empty. So your donations to our servers is going towards making sure you have access to servers.
Okay, no, I knew what you were talking about. We got 3 servers.
Nice to
The other
finally
3 are
agree.
donated completely separately.
This is a
They pay for
good
themselves.
discussion here.
Oh, those
Devil
won't help.
West.
They're not magnetized. They won't help your headache any. You're supposed to put them on your temples anyways.
I don't know. But okay, we're moving on. And then I would like to say, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Nivicaris. Happy birthday to you.
And you live in a zoo. And you smell like a monkey.
And many more.
So he shares a birthday with
And
Minnie
you look
West.
like one too.
Huh?
He shares a birthday with Minnie West.
His birthday is March 16th. My son's is actually March 19th. But we had his birthday party today.
Is there a reason why you wanted to celebrate it during hurricane season?
I don't know. Anyway, next weekend,
blew me off.
because
Nice.
next week is Easter, and we want to have it on the weekend so the family can come and visit. So that.
I understand now, but the reason just knocked me off. You can say, now you are incorrect. That would be nice.
So now it's time to
I'll get another
move on to
emergency virus.
Pimpage and Outro, Pimpage and Outro, Pimpage and Outro. Dun, dun.
So, update us on the wiki. You can find us there. Not giving you the whole URL.
Yeah, there's plenty of really bad jokes you can put into our in-joke section.
Like Wes has a heart on.
Yes, that one should go there.
Yeah.
Scary.
You can dig us. We've talked about that before.
There's been some new
Yeah,
updates.
yeah.
I've been noticing new updates on the wiki.
Really?
Yeah. That's
Oh
pretty
wow, I
cool.
want to check that out. But anyway, back to dig.
Dig.
You can dig us.
Maybe, you know what? I didn't think about this. Maybe they didn't realize there's 2 G's. Maybe they're going to dig.com and they're like, I don't know what's
For
going
all
on.
It
your
could be.
shovel
It
needs.
could
So
be.
it's dig.
No, it's not that. It is the mere
.com.
fact that you have to sign up. I'm telling you, you can fill out like a 100-page survey, and that's not going to affect it.
But it has your email address on it and everything.
No, it's signing up that makes people not want to do it.
You signed up to the forums.
DIGG.
That's because I wanted to actually use the
snap.
forums. I'm never going to use digs ever again.
You
Ever.
can join our MySpace group.
Hey, cut her feed. Cut her feed and let's do this again. digg.com.
Welcome to Control
Go to
Point.
iTunes. We got a new iTunes review. We have now passed Limit Break Radio.
I love it.
We're moving up the iTunes charts.
Moving on up.
Yep. We passed
the
we
first
passed one of the
page.
CAG podcasts.
Have you
Yeah,
passed
once
the
we
knitting podcast?
got like, I don't know. I hope so.
We've got I think 54 reviews right now.
Yeah, we got like 4 or 5 new ones last week. Really good ones.
Yeah.
From a couple new players like Ivy.
Yeah.
She put a new one
Yeah,
down there.
she's new.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's a she, too.
And it was a good review that she left. And she is a she.
If there's another
She is.
one that's a she, because with a T. What's her, like, Terminator or something?
There's a couple new females.
We have learned
Silent
it's a
House.
bad idea to bring up people when you don't remember their names.
Oh.
Yeah.
We've learned that.
I remember her name. Someone I played with today, Froth,
Froth?
came in and helped me see the server.
Frothy.
That's
Is
great.
that
He said, "Are you lonely?" And then he just joined in. I didn't even say anything to him.
Oh,
I didn't even respond to him.
Did you give him your hotel room number?
Yes.
Is he never going to let you down?
Or desert you.
Never.
Nice one.
So you can stumble us, or you can join the community and the forums. You'll notice.
I would love to talk to you and burn you and talk to you some more.
Come and introduce yourself, and you will get burned by Neko in the forums.
Arr.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Or you can give us a call at 256-513-4772. Leave us a message. Rick roll us.
We really don't mind being rickrolled.
We don't.
all actually like this song.
I love this song.
Oh, I have to complain to you guys.
Yeah.
Y'all talk about that song all the time, and I played it on audio surf, and none of you have played it.
Now
that's not true. Someone just beat me today on it.
Yeah, me too.
So
actually, here's a little bit of truth.
Different.
Here's a little bit of truth. I got in the car with ClydeFrog today, and he rickrolled me and Brent on his CD player. He has it on CD.
He rickrolls himself every moment he gets in the car.
It was the greatest thing ever.
ClydeFrog needs food badly.
Anyway, thank you for joining us for this horrible exercise in Babel.
Like the tower? Is it a tower this time?
This is more like a spire.
Where's that spire going?
To Babel.
To sparkle motion.
Is it going to babble hard on?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
This is going downhill very quickly.
Banjo music again. That was awesome.
Emmett Otter and the Jug Band Christmas.
Oh, yes. Muppets.
There's a phone out in the middle of the bayou. Shoot.
Hey, y'all
Oh man, we've confused the chat.
I can't see the
chat room
now,
is
you got
so
much
confused
crap
right now.
Do y'all smell that? It smells like Updog.
Smells like hot dog?
It smells like Updog.
Dog.
What's up, dog?
What's up, player?
What's up with you, dog?
I am scared and amused.
We are going to go ahead and play another awesome song by Mint Condition.
Ooh.
Another parody, and he's totally on a roll.
Is he on a Rickroll?
He is on a Rickroll. In fact,
sweet.
he has more songs than we can shake or throw a crit rocket at.
And this is not a promotion for his podcast, but he does a great podcast called Random Chatter, and it's part of the Dead Workers Podcast Network.
That kind of sounds like a promotion to me.
Yeah, and it is, because they're part of the Dead Workers Network. But I have been listening to their Lost Random Chatter podcast.
Like that.
It was really good.
It is really good.
I can't listen to it,
brother.
Oh, but it's got spoilers.
But after the show, we're going to play Mama, Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be NGs.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You are now at the end of another episode of Control Point,
Victory.
Every one of you deserves a medal.
a podcast brought to you by the Dead Workers Party. See the show notes and leave comments for this episode at controlpoint.deadworkers.com or leave us a voicemail at area code 256-513-4772.
Auf Wiedersehen. Yippee-ki-yay-yay-yay-kayo.
NGs ain't easy to love and they're easy to hate.
Daggit, naggit, nabbit, daggit.
They'd rather just bang on their guns than communicate. Lone Star belt buckles and old faded Levi's and scared everyone is a spy.
Spy around here.
If you bring an Uber and you bring a pyro, he'll probably stand there and die.
Medic! Ah!
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be NGs. Don't let them build sentries and swing big old wrench. Make them be soldiers and demos and such.
Cowboy!
Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be NGs.
Woo-hoo!
They'll never stay home and they'll always get pwned, even by someone they love.
Daggit, naggit, nabbit, daggit.
NG's like dingy intel rooms and Dust Bowl Stage 2.
Erecting a dispenser.
They like dispensers and puppies and girls of the night.
Hey-yow!
Them that don't know him won't like him, and them that do sometimes won't know how to take him.
Good night, Irene.
He ain't wrong, he's just different, and his pride won't let him do things to make you think he's right. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be NGs. Don't let them build sentries and swing big old wrench. Make 'em be heavies and medics and such.
Cowboy!
Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be NG. They'll never stay home and they always get pwned, even by someone they love.
Daggett, naggit, nabbit, daggett!
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be NGs. Don't let them build sentries and swing big old wrench. Make them be spies or snipers or something.
Cowboy!
Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be NGs. They'll never stay home and they always get honed, even by someone they love.
Spies sapping my dispenser! Daggett, naggit, nabbit, daggett!
He's gonna have an aneurysm. It's 42 minutes long.
It is the most epic Wes Wilson song ever.
Make it stop.
Okay, I think that's enough of that.
Oh,
one.
thank God.
We'll put the rest for.
I want to audio surf that.
Or something.
No doubt.
Hey, yeah, I should audio surf the Wes Wilson song.
You shouldn't.
ClydeFrog needs food badly.
We're gonna go eat. See you around.
See ya.
Peace.
I'm hungry.
Are you getting beer?
Now, how do we get back to our seats?
I don't know. Let's see here.
Is anybody confused yet?
Let's go.
Huh? Oh yeah, thanks, still Harris. Most of this will be edited out.
I am so confused. My hovercraft is full of eels.
Yum. You know,
Did you say something about me trying to get you drunk?
Yeah. I don't know why.
I am trying to get Wes drunk.
Ooh, we'll hear that, Wes.
For me to leave.
Oh no!
Nice.
No!
It's begun.
Thanks.